Alright, it's now occurring to me that I should have turned the volume down before playing the intro, not a second afterwards, so my apologies, guys. Again, I'll try and police that as we go today. Spawning on the right side of Dash and Terminal, series tied up now 1-1. Both these guys here in the round of 8 for this week's Lycan League. It's going to be the Red Protoss, the Doctor.
The top position, as the green Zerg, it's Tefel.
Of course, game sounds are now low, because, you know, why not? There we go, that should be fixed. I think, for some reason, I got this checked out, but I'm going to check real quick. I think it's doing that thing where it automatically tries to control volume.
Ah.
No, that's not enabled, I don't know.
Oh,
Something turned StarCraft down between last game and this game, though. It's a mystery.
I was a little confused seeing this, but this is just a gateway expand.
Sickest proxy of all time, bro. Oh.
Like, whoa. This actually, hey, legitimately, this is something you would do in Brood War. Like 2 gateways at the front of your natural, and then you'd like rush it. Rush zealots. I think that's versus Zerg versus Terran. I don't even remember.
Well, with the way warp-ins are nerfed, this isn't totally like unviable, but definitely not something I think we'd see in StarCraft 2.
I wonder why it doesn't work in StarCraft 2 specifically. Is because queens exist? Huh.
Maybe. I guess, yeah, queens are a big factor. You can kite quite well on creep with them, especially. So you get hold position with the drones.
Interesting.
So one of the things I really like about Dash and Terminal, we've talked about this before, is, well, initially it's a pretty vulnerable map. You get like that little back door, which has already been plugged. You get like this one entrance here. I think this is a map where it's safe to say you can pretty easily secure 3 bases without worry. Tefel quickly takes a 3rd over here, which, again, in Heart of the Swarm, totally normal. In Legacy of the Void, a little more uncommon. In fact, his last attack in that last game worked so well, I'm surprised he didn't try and pull it off again. But regardless, like, this is a map where we could see a decent macro game, and I would love to see an actual macro game.
I don't know, Roofkin. The chrono boost on the Adept. She's going to be very good at scouting. Actually, a probe goes out too, so maybe she's just the start of something more. Ooh. I mean, I gotta imagine it's gonna put a pylon down, you're gonna focus and overcharge it, and you're gonna follow up with some other type of attack. Because that's what Protoss can do.
I mean, that's, you know what though, like, it's a silly joke and it's true, but that's the advantage to creep spreading much faster now, right? You limit the area where you could actually put down a pylon.
Yeah. Damn, a 3-minute lair. Oh no, that was even like a 2:30 layer. Like, that's already halfway done. Jesus.
I am worried about this though.
Stop being greedy, guys. Like, that's the reason they're both losing. Protoss goes 3 base. Zerg goes 2 base. Vice versa in the first game. Like, come on. Anyways, there are the pylons. Besides warping in, it's just double overcharge.
Not warping at all. Warping's not gonna be done for this. It's strictly for the overcharge. But going for the mothership core, getting really low already. This Zealot goes down. I mean, I don't know if these pylons are actually gonna get much done.
She's gonna get it. She's need it. The other one's not gonna have a long time to be able to overcharge.
He could just stay away from this though. He actually does not need to engage either of these pylons. That's the thing, right? Nice hit from the mothership core. But those pylons did not reach either of the mineral lines. They didn't reach the hatcheries. I mean, Tefel still holds as well, but like there's actually no need to actually deal with those at all.
Yeah, well, I guess the queens would have had a hard time disengaging because they, well, the creep was right there.
Put down a tumor, instant balloon of like creep.
Yeah, right. Either way, that did some of its job, I'd say. You know, there was a lot of lost mining time for the drones that were pulled off, and it did kill units. Kind of halted that tech path because the lair finished while that attack was happening, so maybe it expires a little bit later. I mean, it's all setting up for something later, like a next attack, which is what DMC is doing. He's going for the Mortal All-In. Now, it sucks he lost the Mothership Core, which is probably the worst thing about that attack. She could have had 6 overcharges.
Yeah, but
she stayed alive.
Yeah, but where would you get the overcharges down? I mean, now the creep's spreading out, you're not going to have pylons near your opponent's main lines anytime soon.
It doesn't matter as long as you have a safe place to go back to.
That's true. For the defensive purposes, I guess, yeah. Well, regardless, we do have a spine crawler coming down. It's got that choke. Tefel, hopefully not going to get too greedy with this. A Mutalisk or 2 would actually do wonders. Not just because nothing here shoots up except the sentry, but also because you'll be wanting to snipe off this warp prism that's coming out. For those who don't know, again, maybe you have been keeping up with a lot of the Legacy of the Void stuff, a Warp Prism also allows for the 2-second warp in the gateways and Nexus do. So if you've got this on the front lines, you do have what is almost instant warp ins.
Yeah. And if you have 7 gateways, as long as the Warp Prism doesn't die, you can easily warp in 7 of your own Stalkers versus 6 of those mutas and actually be okay. It's a situation we see occasionally in Heart of the Swarm, but it does need to warp in those Stalkers. It's barely any anti-air. There we go.
A little bit late to this. Goes for the sentries. I don't know that was a good priority.
Like, oh my... To be fair, in Heart of the Swarm, those mutas could have probably gotten both sentries by the time the Stalkers actually warped in. With a warp in on Warpers and Legacy of the Void, like, yeah, like,
this
Tefel
is a
no time.
pitiful army. I mean, he's going for the Stalkers and hoping the Lings would take them out before anything else. The mutas do live for now, but this army out of Tefel is hardly anything I would call impressive.
No. Even without the insane warp in time for Warp Prism, Tefel had already, I think, not taken a lot of damage, but delayed a lot of things because of that attack, and that really screwed up his plan.
Not only that, but once again, like playing greedy. It went a little bit too heavy, went a little too ham, perhaps. Trying to clean up the last couple Stalkers. Drones getting pulled into this, but I think we are going to see not really the power of Protoss, but fumble of Zerg.
Yeah. Tefel had a plan that just didn't involve getting attacked, I think. And when he did, I mean, that ruined everything.
Don't we all, Zombie Club?
Yeah, I guess we do.
All right, the Doctor, DMC, will take the series 2-1 and put himself in the semifinals, where he waits for the winner of Bly versus T-Bull. Top half of the bracket is Beastie versus Pain. Katana 1 is the first player to make it to the semifinals. And I guess we'll figure out if there's a game of 3 or something we can hop into first, or if the admins would prefer us waiting a little bit. Either way, thank you guys for tuning in. Actually, we might have DMC versus T-Bull ready to go when we return, but we're going to go to a small break, so we'll see you guys here in 2 minutes.